What's a guan, Battyman? So Unknown is the record we're listening to today by the act Jesus Peace, okay? 10 tracks devoted to my man Joel, the metalcore connoisseur. He's put me on. He said, bruh, we got to check out some Jesus Peace. It was recommended over on Patreon, so if anybody's interested in putting some recommendations through. I've never listened to this band on record before. I've actually seen this band live, believe it or not. They've performed a few times over here, and I saw them at quite the popular, for lack of a better term, festival we have every once in a while over here. It was good, it was exciting. I was actually up front by stage. I had people diving across my head, you know. On the same night I saw a couple of good acts, to be honest. Saw Floor Punch. I think it was the same night I saw Floor Punch. Saw Floor Punch, saw Cro-Mags, I think, or at least not Harley's Cro-Mags, but John Joseph's Cro-Mags. His vocal performance wasn't very good, to be honest, but, you know, played the classics. What more do you expect? Who else did I see? Yeah, a load of crap in between. Let's be fair. I'm not even into music. I just pretend. So, In Constraints is the first one. And actually, whilst we're just on the topic of starting this listen through, this got recommended to me prior to this news, but I saw it pop up in my feed that the frontman has actually parted ways with this band. Maybe by the time this is out, they're back together and hugging and holding hands again. But I think due to family commitments and disputes of where time should be prioritised within the band, or so I read, they've gone different ways, gone their separate ways. So with that being said, we've got a nice brief one to start off at 2 minutes 19. Let's experience this band for the first time. We'll get straight into it, eh? Come on. 2023 Century Media. Mainstream. Century Media is mainstream, right? Century Media, what's the umbrella for that? Is it a subsidiary of a mainstream label? It wouldn't surprise me in this day and age. It does stay under exclusive license from Jesus Peace, so... What does that mean? I think I saw flipping Vane on the same night, actually. I've not heard anything from Vane in a minute. What are they doing? This sound sort of goes hand in hand with that, like that whole metalcore, drop tuned, chug heavy, spastic from A to B sound. Of course, Vane is a little more in the freakiness, like as far as bouncing from idea to idea than this, but you know, same sort of vibe, the overt distortion on the vocals. Free music videos on this. That's bizarre, isn't it? For a hardcore band. I mean, let's be real. How hardcore is this? It's metal as hell. It's metal as hell. Yeah, I'll be real with you. I'll be real with you. Bands like this make me appreciate Knocked Loose a lot. And I know people cringe and say, "Oh, what are you on about Knocked Loose?" But trust me, as far as breakdowns are concerned and this style of music, Knocked Loose really are running the game, aren't they? Let's be real. Let's be real. When we were talking about subsidiary labels under big umbrella corporate labels, bruh, that's the position Not Loose are in. The the sun as to which shines upon the darkness of all the bands below, gives them a little bit of light, you know. We got Fear of Failure coming up next, track number 2. Yes, now bless now. Do not forget the rest now. There's Rocksteady. King of the Pit TV. So Unknown is the record by the band JP. Alright, did you know Jesus Priest actually got their name from Jordan Peterson? Yep. Bet you didn't know that. Bet you didn't. Most people think they got their name from Judas Priest. But no, it's actually Jordan. It was actually Jean-Paul Gaultier. You know, that's where they got the name from the band. So Fear of Failure is track number 2. Let's jump in. Coming out. What happened to Code Orange? I've not heard of from Code Orange in a minute. They went, like, at least aesthetically quite industrial, didn't they? But I don't know if they've completely transcended the reality I reside in. I've not seen anything of them in a minute. Cool bridge between songs. Cool bridge. This struck me as quite striking, to be honest. It struck me as striking. 10 tracks of adequate material, like well produced, and, you know, a lot of the material's over 3 minutes. This is generally not the case in like actual mosh hardcore. It's crazy we set such a low bar within that particular community. I'm not saying like metalcore, like where we can reach a higher echelon, but this band, as far as I'm concerned, did appeal to a crowd of people and reside within a particular community, or at least was able to do so, where generally speaking a band rides a 6-track EP and then it's like you're a sick act if you put out a proper well produced 10-track record. You know, generally the actual albums many bands in the circuit put out are, you know, subpar production. But then again, what do I know? Maybe I'm making it all up. Heavy band, decent. I'm going to chuck metalcore out of the window and I'm going to call it beatdown, because we did get one there at the end. I know it's not your, you know, traditional hard guy stuff, but it is the European rooted overt distortion death metal adjacent beatdown. So let's continue moving on. Tunnel Vision coming up next. Yes, now. Bless now. Don't forget the rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV signing in. So Unknown is the record by the band Jesus Peace. Did you know that Jesus Peace is abbreviated? That's the wrong term, innit? It's not an abbreviation. When you minimize something to just the first letters of the words, is that an abbreviation? I'll be with you in 1 minute. Alright, it's an acronym. I mean an acronym. Did you know the acronym of Jesus Peace is JP, and that aligns with JP Morgan. Did you know that an incredibly influential, powerful banker is in this band? Bet you didn't. That's why it's called Jesus Peace. This one's entitled Tunnel Vision, not to be mistaken for Peripheral Vision. When I paused to look at the difference between an acronym and a abbreviation, a WASP flew in my room, so I'm glad I had a moment to pause. All right, let's go. This entire listen through goes out to my friend Joel, the metalcore connoisseur. Rotted, pussy clotted. Some timing that, eh? Best riff on the record so far, this. Come on. Mic check. Pretty good. Not too shabby at all, eh? Not too shabby at all. Not too flipping shabby at all. You know what? I'd have something to say, but I've said it. Best riff so far on that. Nice little groove to it. Unique value to it. I want to hear a couple more of them things. We've actually got a video up here, which is pretty good. So we'll see what I go on coming up next. FTBS is the next track. Free Nelson Mandela. FTBS is the title of track number 4 of 10 on the So Unknown record by Jesus Peace. Why have you forsaken me? Yezu. Anybody heard that Crass number? I forgot what it's called now. He didn't die for my sins. Yezu. Yeah, what more needs to be said? We don't really care for music videos around here, but we might as well bang it on. FTBS, what does it stand for? Probably F the BS. Am I right in saying that? Let's go. Yeah! Sick, man! Bruh, let me tell you something. Yo, this is like that, what's that psychological test? The blotch test, where you gotta make sense of what you see. Am I tripping when I just catch a glimpse of this logo and it looks like Pussy Place? Bruh, give me a second. Low-key, I just had to search that on Google because I wanted to make sure I wasn't referring to a potentially dodgy website or anything. Yeah, that's it. I'm branding it. I'm trademarking it. It seems that there's no brand entitled Pussy Place, so there you go. But let's get back to the rebellion, shall we? Did you know the finger represents the phallus? So when you stick your finger up to someone, essentially you're doing a groinal display. That's some non-verbal intelligence for you. And we can double that up by sticking 2 fingers up in the British sense. But isn't it funny how when you turn it backwards and you do the V for victory sign, it's the counter opposite. So of course it represents a duality, right? But think about this. If I do this and give you the V for victory, I'm flipping myself off, and you are perceiving our communication through the lens of you flipping me off. Have you seen how it's a fascinating vehicle of communication that has 2 sides to the coin? Don't tell me I don't put you on game. Nice environment, that, wasn't it? I'll make myself a little smaller for you, yeah, so you can enjoy the show. I mean, hopefully you even saw the logo when I was commenting on that. Bruh! Do you know Wall of Deaths? I hate him! I hate Wall of Deaths. Oh, Wall of Deaths are forced fun. Wall of Deaths are forced fun, man. Oh, what a novelty. What a novelty. I cannot stand Wall of Deaths. Right? Arguably, I can't stand Circle Pits either. It's a novelty. It's a novelty. It's alright in a big metal festival to do a circle pit, I suppose, but generally speaking, you've just got a bunch of people walking around like it's just dead, it's dry, it's like exercise as opposed to having a dance and fucking pitting. But Wall of Deaths, oh my god, yeah, ban them, ban Wall of Deaths. There should be a sign up in every venue saying moshing is okay but no Wall of Deaths, please. The Wall of Death appeals to the 13-year-old kid who's like at his first event. That's it. From there, it's the equivalent of like the human pyramid. Like, stop it! Come on! It's a lovely area, that. Where is that? Come on now. Just came to mind. I know nobody cares but myself, but I think that blotch test is it a part of Gestalt therapy? Is that right? Is that what you call it? Or am I wrong? Can I have a licensed therapist in the comment section, please? Rock on, dudes.
So I think with Jesus Peace, the things you guys do for the black community, hardcore in general, made me feel appreciative, made me feel like I belong in the scene. So thank you so much.
Isn't that nice? Made me feel like I... What did he say? I don't want to misquote him.
Made me feel appreciative, made me feel like I belong in the scene. So
made me feel like I belong in the scene. That's nice, isn't it?
thank you so much.
John, let me hear this.
I got no jokes to crack this time, people. I think that's pleasant. I think that's nice.
Second time seeing Jesus Peace.
I hate this nigga. I love you, John.
How's that for a venue? Check that out.
I love you, John.
Disco Ball. Look at that. That's a right venue. Yeah, that's a sick venue, that. I hope it's carpeted. I hope you got a nice carpet on there. It's like a bowling alley.
Ooh. Let's get it. Ready, guys?
Saw y'all live Furnace Fest 2022. I decided I had to come out here tonight because y'all killed it then.
Are you excited to play? How'd you feel about that one?
I got the XL brisket sandwich. Got some hot nuts, some beaver chips. Some brownies and some fudge. Got 2 trays, 2 hot dogs, 2 corn dogs, spicy chicken burger, sauce, shake,
I was gonna steal
tea,
something from Wawa, but you called me a grown
all the
fucking
good
man.
shit.
So
Jesus, peace! I came to see you.
Jesus, peace!
Where's that car?
That heat.
It's like horribly crampy. Spray. Look at that.
Dave's acting crazy. Puerto Rico!
I like that band Gag. I'm quite surprised to see Gag come up as a, you know, an associate. Maybe they were featured in the video. I don't know. I don't know who's who. I just think they put on a good performance. I do like that band. There you go. I think the idea of putting, you know, not too much, but an adequate amount of like just tour footage and just insider stuff at the end was actually quite neat, you know, because people use it for the music video, but the fact that they actually just gave you a little brief document of you know, what they get up to and how they interact and stuff. I thought that was cool. We got Silver Lining coming up next, track number 5. Yes now, bless now, don't forget the rest now. It's Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, track 5 of 10 on So Unknown by Jesus. Peace is entitled Silver Lining. This entire listen through goes out to my good friend Joel, aka the metalcore connoisseur, which is my title for him. That's the honour I believe this man deserves. Let's jump straight in, shall we? Silver Lining might be the longest on the record. Longest track on the record. I'd be surprised if this band was a 4-piece. I would assume there'd be a 5, but we've got 4 composer credits here, you know. So hey, if there is a 5th member of the band, you're left out of the picture on this one. I mean, this is why it's 3 minutes 55, the longest on the record. We just got this extended outro here. Ba-da-da-da-da. Let me just get this one line, because I think I had something that reinforced my opinion. Clean drum production. That's what. When things get bleak, you're my silver lining. Gay. I can't be doing with aggressive music with a non-congruent, loving, lyrical. You know, that's just me. That's just me. That's just me. I'm trying to think of examples I do like. I think Blood for Blood did it a couple of times and it sounded... It's not the best idea, but it sounded alright, you know? If we're going to write a nice love song, we might as well make it a love song, you know? We got Gates of Horn coming up next, alright? This song about me, the horny guy. Let's go. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV, signing in. So Unknown is the record, Jesus Piece is the band. We've got another video here. It's a brief one at 2 minutes 29 seconds. Gates of Horny is the title of this one. Let's go. I'm frightened. I'm scared. Quite funny because we've got the Gaza podcast and the related. I do like Gaza, and I was actually a very big fan of the Suicide Silence record, The Cleansing, back in the day. Yeah, I had it on CD and I played it a lot. Really enjoyed it. But it's the title of the podcast is based on Jesus Piece, and it says East Coast Aggression SNL and rejecting the Beatdown label. I labelled this band as Beatdown on like track number 2 or 3. I'm going to have to stick with it, to be honest with you. What would we call it? It's metal, you know, just basically. I like calling things just metal and punk, to be honest with you. And this is metal, yeah. It's like, what is it? What do you call it? I don't know. But when it goes to, when you have an intelligence of something, an idea of something, you end at the same place you start. So you start off being a dumb blockhead, just like, it's metal music, and then you get into a state where you learn a few things and it's like, no, did you not know it's European H8000 beatdown metalcore music, Slayer worship completely, and then you surpass that and just go straight back to it's metal, it's all metal. Not saying this is European metalcore, because it's not, but it is more or less European beatdown-esque music. I don't even care. It is. I'll be real with you, yeah. I'm not gonna. But I don't think the visuals suit it, to be honest. I don't think the visuals suit the band. But that's because I'm erring on the portrayal of the characters don't portray what I want to, what I imagine the band is, you know. The band sounds like some ridiculous hard case tough nut act, and so does the branding of the band, you know. But unfortunately they look like cool dudes. They look like friendly guys. They look like dudes I'd get along with. No! I want them to be badly behaved meatheads, you know? Someone says Jesus Peace seem hell-bent on bringing back visuals from the early 2000s, and I'm all for it. This was a thing that maybe Jesus Peace pioneered this, because they've been knocking around for a minute now, but we had this over here, and you've definitely got it going on now in America, but we had it with like Slayer worship, European hardcore metalcore acts over here. They tried to like do the whole PS1 album covers and stuff. We had that a few years back, and you know, you got acts like, what's it, well, I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah. This has been happening for the best part of a few years, definitely. That aesthetic, I think it's even in fashion, it's in streetwear and stuff as well, isn't it? I don't follow it, but I see it, you know. It's kind of mad, because with me seeing that report as of recent that the frontman might have, if not has already parted ways with the band, I think he's sort of like the brand, really, you know. So many bands out there where, well, I say there's so many bands, essentially, once the vocalist has changed, it changes everything, man. And generally speaking, it ruins it. It ruins it. Jesus Peace has been well established by the fact that they've got a charismatic frontman who plays the part and puts together lyrical content and vocal performance that the people enjoy, you know. Simple as. This band with a different frontman, you know, depends who they get in, I suppose, you know, but it would have to, I guess it would have to be another well-established frontman in their circuit for it to work. It can't just be a random guy they know, you know? Not at this point. Not at this point. I'd front the band. I'd front the band. I'd do a sick job, to be honest. We got Profane coming up next, yeah? There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV signing in. So Unknown is the record. Jesus Peace is the band. Track 7 of 10 is where we're at. Bruh, how much of a listen through is this going to be? 2 minutes 10 is this song. Let's go! Shout out to Joel, who recommended this record on the Patreon. Love that. There's not enough of that in mosh music. The death metal ting on the bell. There's not enough of it, and I do like it. Who did that? I saw Headbuster a bit back. I think they're the type of band to do something like that. Not enough bands do it. Not enough bands do it. Nice. Nice. How's that for a groover? Bit of a soggy little outro riff there. That was one of the more quality set of riffs on the record. I did like that. I did like that. You got the tinging on the bell, little skank groove, which I wouldn't have expected ever. Following on from there. That was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good. Because you know what you're getting. You know what I mean? You know what you're getting. I know what I'm getting from here on in. I doubt they're going to redefine the sound at all as we continue onwards. But as far as riffs are concerned, that's where they do need to keep it, you know, as fresh and arguably in this band's benefit rhythmic as possible. And that really tickled my pickle. We got an offering to the night coming in up next. Yes. Yes, now bless, now people do not forget the rest. Now there's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. Bicking back being boo. So Unknown, Jesus Peace, 8 out of 10. An offering to the night. Alright. Another music video. Can you believe it? 3 music videos on one hardcore rec. Can you believe it? Let's jump in, yeah? This title listen through goes out to the metalcore connoisseur. That is Joel. One love and respect to my brother there. Come on. Here we go. Everyone's saying rest in peace to the band. So I guess I was right as far as the dispute over prioritizations. Priorities actually would be the right word to use. First criticism we've found over this entire listen. Nope says new metal. Awful. And then Brian says, there's nothing remarkable about this. Squiggy with the blasphemous comment saying vocals remind me of the late 90s hardcore, but not crappy Earth Crisis. Earth Crisis just took a stray for some reason there. Earth Crisis living rent-free in Squiggy's mind, man. What's all that about? Rodrigo says, but, and I'm not just focusing on negativity. Well, I am focusing on negativity because they're the most entertaining, right? I've given my props throughout this listen through. I like people creating a little bit of a polarization, and we're getting a few bits and bobs here. Rodrigo says, boring ass riffs. If you can even call strumming power chords to the most uninspired patterns riffs. Rodrigo ain't happy. Rodrigo ain't happy. Rodrigo listens to Zibalba. I'll tell you that for nothing. That's what Rodrigo listens to. Let me give you some game, right? This is what I made a comment on the last music video. Jesus Peace, people kick off and have a little bit of a mosh, right? It's a lively live event. And their sound and music and coming from Philly and stuff like that, I had a preconceived opinion that this was like a hard as nails band, right? But then you see this. And it's good for the market. It's good for marketing. You know? Friendly. People. You know, it's marketable. But I don't want to see these dudes having fun. No fun allowed, man. Because it creates an awkward... I don't know. I was going to say it creates an awkward disconnect. I take that back. I don't think it detracts from the message or, you know, penmanship of the music. You know, we can all have different emotions. We can all be angry as well as joyful, right? But I don't know. I don't want to see no smiles. I don't want to see no smiles. It's like flipping watching a Stout music video and they're having fun. Fuck that. Stout arguably the best hardcore band of all time, by the way. That was An Offering to the Night, directed and edited by Eric. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Yeah, all right, tune. Nothing different to the rest. Do you know what I mean? We're getting a standard. We've got a standard of quality here. Stolen Life coming up next. Yeah, track number 9. Yes, now bless now people. Don't forget the rest now. Desmond Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in, listening to Jesus Peace today. So Unknown is the record, and Stolen Life is track number 9. Let's jump in, shall we? How's everybody doing? What happened to Year of the Knife? They had a incident on the road, didn't they? And then I think are they back performing? Year of the Knife is like same, you know, tier as Jesus Peace, I would assume, as far as what music they produce, who they appeal to, and stuff like that. Come on. Come on. Some nice harmonics then. Did it. Did it. That guest vocal. Decent tune. Yeah, decent. You know what? I think these sort of bands, mind-blowing coming from me, because I like short songs, but I think these sort of bands operate best in this time frame. 3 minutes 19 I think is optimal. I think when we get, even though it's full of good riffs, I think when we're like performing at 2 minutes 11 seconds and stuff, I don't think it gives a band like this to get the point across, because they're playing in slow tempo. I understand a hardcore or a thrash adjacent band writing fast songs of fast music, but when they're slow songs, you know, you can't fit so much into so little time. So I think that's the optimal sort of length of time. Let's call it 2 minutes 50 to 3:20, within that space, I reckon. The Bond to finish off. There's Rocksteady finishing off this record. Jesus Piece, So Unknown. Track 10 of 10. What more needs to be said? It's entitled The Bond. Not James Bond. Bondage Tape. Investment bond. That's what it means. My guy's been speaking to a financial advisor. That's what this song's about. Wants to diversify from the S&P 500. Come on! Bruh, Crowd Control. There's an EP put up 5 days ago. Crowd Control, Void of Decay. There's been about 20 bands called Crowd Control. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. That was it. The Bond. That was Jesus Priest's record, So Unknown. Quite a few good riffs on there, to be fair with you. That was one of them songs that had a few riffs that... It's funny, we've heard Palm Mute open, like, from start to finish, but... Dun, 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 the way they... Where's that riff? Thought that was a cool groove. I'm signing out. I'm going to do one last video. I'll give you my final overview on this record, and we'll call it a day, yeah? See you there. Yes, now. King of the Pit TV. Signing in. We just listened to Jesus Peace with their record 2023, So Unknown. It was devoted to my friend Joel. You know any mosh music on this channel is devoted to my man Joel. Got recommended over on the Patreon. Just wiping some off of the table there. Off of the old tabletop. So, 10 tracks. Decent production. You know, not the highest end production, but a fair contribution, financially speaking, to the sound engineer, whom would be operating in a studio. I reckon this is a studio job. This isn't a bedroom producer job. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you know anything better. I've never listened to Jesus Peace on record before. I've seen this band perform before. Exciting times, exciting times. And from there, I never really checked them out. Generally speaking, you know, the newer age of Sound and Fury core, I call it, right? The newer generation of such. These bands, the Year of the Knife, the... what's that other act? Pain of Truth and stuff like that. I don't doubt their value, but I just don't really listen to that style of music no more. So I'm actually quite thankful and fortunate that someone's able to recommend me to listen to this, so I can get my head stuck in and sort of stick my ear to the ground again, in all honesty. Very, very, very modern European beatdown slash death metal-esque slash mid-2000s onwards metalcore-esque music. Joel is very good at putting me onto acts like that, such as Counterparts and the likes of such, you know. It is a bit of a buzzword, or a buzz brand, should I say, but Knocked Loose falls within that. I think Knocked Loose runs that game. Like, Knocked Loose runs it. Knocked Loose is the Metallica of that game, in my personal opinion. I don't know who's doing it better, or can do it better until they leave the game. But this band definitely fulfills that criteria. Overt distorted guitars, primitive palm muting, lower tempo, mosh riffs, a fair degree of groove on this record. Listen to track number 1 and you know what you're getting from there until the end of the record, which is a blessing and a curse. It suits some people, you know, who really likes the sound, but if you want a bit of variety, it's not the best record. It's not the best sound, you know. You're going to be getting the same old, to be honest. But, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing, like I say, because some records you'll put on where they're a bit more varied. And, you know, you don't want to really enjoy one track and then dislike the next two and go through these awkward patterns. It's good to know that the record's cohesive, and it is. There's a standard and a... you know, a stable foundation as to which this album resides. Harsh vocals, overt, distorted vocal performance. Not much of a presence as far as... well, there is a presence, a big presence as far as the bass is concerned, but the bass guitar, you know, no standout whatsoever. Like, it's a shame. It's a shame, but it is what it is. You know... I'm stuttering and buttering. Sorry, people. I'm sleep deprived. What more needs to be said, really? I'll rate the record a 6. I think one thing that could really supercharge the album is if they threw a couple of grand at a different producer. You know what I mean? Got a different production value. Someone who could give the drum kit. The drum kit sounded good on this, but someone who could just really emphasize the pop of that snare and incorporate a few moments of studio magic, I reckon. I don't know what I think of the distorted vocals. It's textbook, right? It is textbook, but I wonder if we rid of that, what it would sound like, you know? If we took them distorted guitars and we made them acoustic baritone guitars, maybe that's the way forward, you know? You know? Have the drummer perform on a sound bowl instead. I think that's the way forward. But that's my review. On that note, I'm signing out, people. And if it is over for this band, rest in peace to Jesus Peace. Goodbye.